Hi guys, it's Jenny. Okay, today we're gonna take a look at some orchids. We're gonna make some updates. Some of these updates were requested by several of my viewers, and some are just some really nice things that I've discovered lately. Alrighty, so let's start with the Vanda Celestis Blue. You might know the mother of this orchid actually suffered from some sort of fungal infection and afterwards a crown rot infection. And sadly, the mother plant didn't make it, but the keiki did. And this is how he looks like. You can still see the patches left by spider mites and also the infection somewhere on the leaf. On this leaf, here it is. However, this orchid is producing a new root right here and also a brand new leaf, and I really hope these will develop normally. They will not be infected anymore. I'm doing my best to keep it as clean as possible from this point of view. Also, you can see two of the bottom leaves are shedding. This is pretty normal. Vandas usually shed bottom leaves regularly. Of course, this might be due to the shock as well. Maybe she's giving up on some of her old leaves, but overall, yeah, I have hopes for this one. I really hope it will do better, and this tiny root right here is a good sign, and yeah, I'm optimistic. Alrighty, next to it we have the Neofinetia falcata. Now, many of you were a bit concerned about the way I grow this one. I'll show you. It's in a kokedama style of growth, which means in sphagnum moss, pure sphagnum moss raised on top of the pot. And as you can see, I don't have any ventilation holes, but this moss is actually really fluffy. You cannot tell, but it really is fluffy. So this orchid is actually doing quite nice. It's growing new roots at the moment. It is spring, so this one should start to grow roots right at this time. And indeed, she does. All over the plant. I'm not sure if it's gonna bloom. This one is pretty young. Also in the pot, I do have roots, and this one is creating a new root tip right here. So the roots in the pot did not suffer. Again, sphagnum moss is not a killer if you know how to use it. I'll share with you the link on the video that shows how I water this orchid somewhere here, so you understand how I use it. I'll give it that it can prove to be quite a tricky media, so that's why I usually recommend bark chips for beginners, because it's easier to control. Things don't go as bad in it if somehow you make a mistake. But if you know how to use sphagnum moss, really there shouldn't be any problem. And of course, if your environment is that type of environment which benefits from sphagnum moss, there's really no danger in using it. However, do you see this leaf right here? It's the longest leaf on this orchid. So yeah, she's developing, she's growing. She was not set back by how I potted it. So yeah, I think the style of potting does well for Neofinetia falcatas. The Japanese know what they're doing. Alrighty, so now let's take a look at a not so pleasant sight. Okay, here's my poor Phalaenopsis tetraspis. Many of you have asked me what's wrong with it. Well, I presume we have a problem with the stem. The roots also have died. Well, I think she didn't take too well to my whole treatment against spider mites. That's one thing. And also, I don't think she took very well the waterish culture thingy. Although it's not a proper water culture, but anyway, she didn't took well to all of these changes. She's losing leaves, also losing flower spikes and keikis, and in this situation, really, I don't think there is super much I can do because I don't see the rotting portions. I think the stem has become ill. I don't know how to treat this thing, again, because I don't see the rotting spots, and yeah, I don't know if this one has a certain sensitivity to the neem oil. I really don't know. Also, the roots are pretty much gone. Again, there's nothing I can do. I have to admit, the feet with this one, I am a bit gutted, I have to tell you, because I really love this one. I will repurchase it, of course, but this was a beautiful individual. And if you didn't see the videos with her, I'll add it somewhere here. She is really beautiful. So sadly, I will lose this one. Pretty much it's my own doing, even though I was a bit forced, let's say, to do it. I don't know. I'm not gonna invent excuses, but yeah, I managed to kill it. I don't think there's anything I can do for it right now in the state she is. I really tried with hydrogen peroxide. That didn't help. There's no point in putting cinnamon anywhere because there's no rotting anywhere. There's nothing that needs to stay dry at this point because I do keep it dry right now. Yeah, nothing I can do. Sadly, the tetraspis will not make it, but I will repurchase it. And here's a look at the Sedireas japonica orchids that I have. You might notice this thing. This is spider mite collateral damage, let's call it like that. It all just happens because I had the spider mite infestation. To be honest, it's not such a big infestation anymore. I'm looking with the microscope. It's good, but yeah, the spots remain. However, though, I would just like to show you what this Sedirea is doing. Now, she is super prone to creating keikis. So you can see two of the same species, different growth patterns, or actually different quirks. However, this one is producing a flower spike. I'm so happy. And the flower spike is coming from one of the keikis, not the actual mother plant. So that's quite neat. I do intend to take this one with me, and I really hope this one can fight off this infection. It seems to be a little bit better now, but we're gonna see with the new growth what happens, because I intend to keep them free of spider mites. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I really hope she'll do well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to smell those flowers once again. Alrighty, this is the Schomburgkia thomsoniana, and actually somebody asked me about it. She's doing really well. It is smaller than it used to be because I made a division, and half of it I sent to Ana Maria. I really hope it catches, but here is the division that I have. Now, as you can see, I have some sort of infection here. This one did have spider mites, but also, if I remember correctly, it was potted in the orchid focus media. I did spot it in time, and I kind of figured out that media was bad, so I repotted it, and the new growth is perfectly fine. She does not have any spots. I also kept her without spider mites. But take a look at the pseudobulb. This is the fattest pseudobulb on this orchid. And right now she's producing some new roots. It's her day with water today, but I let her dry out. I don't keep her in water constantly because, yeah, she's sort of a Calia type thing, and I don't trust her being all that well in water. But yeah, this is how the Schomburgkia is doing. No flower spikes. I'm guessing this one needs more sun that I actually provided lately. So hopefully she'll do better in my new environment. But yeah, she's okay. She's doing fine. You can see no more infection. I'll probably cut these leaves because they don't look so well. And we have a lot of leaves actually right now to produce food. So I think I'll cut these ones. Not sure what this is. Not sure if it's contagious or anything, but yeah, I'll just cut them. Okay, this is my very first Encyclia cordigera orchid. The tag used to say Cichlis atropurpureum. I just noticed it's broken. I'll just create another one. So if you don't know the history with this one, she was spotted in the orchid focus media. Right after I got her in that media, she was attacked by a terrible fungal disease. I'll show you some images somewhere on the screen so you can see what she went through. So she pretty much created this pseudobulb and this pseudobulb in my care. She used to be a very young orchid. And you can see the remnants, you can see the spots. Basically, she did lose her leaves due to that infection. And I really didn't want to give up on her because there is a high chance she's different than my other Encyclia cordigera. And I do want, you know, that pure purple version, no veining on the lip. I really hope this is it. I don't know, we shall see. So what I did, because those types of infections you cannot really treat without a systemic fungicide, and I'm a bit wary of those things due to the horror movie script you see on the back of, you know, the envelopes. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. There's nothing wrong if you like to use them as long as you take the safety measurements. I'm not really okay with them. So what I did with this one was I got her out of that media. I removed every single piece. I had to cut away all of the old roots because they were attached to that media quite badly, and actually sprayed everything with hydrogen peroxide when I repotted last year. And I just used plain bark chips. That's pretty much all I used. No mixtures of anything. And I am happy to report, after so many failed attempts at saving this one, she's free. She's free of the infection. I'm proud of her. All I did was change the media, really. So I pretty much eliminated the source. That's all I did. And the rest is just her immune system. So she's a strong one. I love her, and I really hope she will bloom with the next growth because she's looking quite fine right now. She didn't used to have any roots. But yeah, she's a fighter. I'm really happy about her, and I consider this a major success. So yeah, as you can see, if you have a strong orchid, she can actually overcome infections by herself. It will not always happen, obviously, but it's worth a try if you don't want to use fungicides. And last but not least, the Zygopetalum. I know you were wondering if I managed to kill this one as well or not. Well, I didn't so far. And this one was full of spider mites, but right now when I water it, every time I shower it. There's really no other way. And you know how Zygopetalums don't like water on their leaves? Well, this one is enjoying, well, no, he's not enjoying it, but he's coping with it. I do have some staining, yeah, but I think this is just infection due to the spider mite wounds, really. Maybe the showering helped, but overall, we're not doing that bad. The leaves do not do all that bad because of the showering, and I do shower it pretty often. But in my house, it's pretty dry, so everything dries pretty fast. There's no danger of rotting. But anyway, this one is putting out a lot of new growth. I love it. It's all over the place. I'm not sure if I can show them to you, all of them, but yeah, she's producing quite a lot of new growths. That's encouraging. Oh, I see a tiny, tiny one here. Hopefully I can show you. There you go. Roots are growing, although that's not necessarily a good thing because she's infested with snails. However, I'm gonna keep it under control until I actually move. I don't want to disturb it further. But anyway, bottom line, Zygopetalum is alive. Maybe the curse will be lifted, as one of my viewers said. Yeah, hopefully I will not kill this one. This actually smells amazing. I would be sad if I lost this one. But so far so good, except for the spider, I think. Yeah, we're doing good. I didn't kill it. Alrighty, so thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to make other updates on other orchids you didn't see for a while, just let me know in a comment below. And next week maybe I'll do another set of updates. So if you've enjoyed this video, then subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Feel free to leave me comments, suggestions, or questions regarding orchids if you have any in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. If you click on the left side of your screen, you'll be directed to orchidnature.com, where you'll find care sheets, identification sheets, and also you can talk to us in the forum section. And on the right side of your screen, you can click to watch another orchid video. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!